Hello teacher, my name is Hernán Londoño Valencia and I want to show you the first activity of the course. What did you used to do when you were bored? Introduction. When the 2020 pandemic hit our lives, I experienced the whole situation at home with my parents. We had a lot of free time and I want to share with you some of the activities I did during that period, some of which I still do even now. Long ago, well, the first activity that I usually do it's that I used to check my social media because uh, those situations in that moment we couldn't talk with our friends, or in those times the relationships were hard. So that was a form of talking with people and seeing some news at social media. The second activity is that I used to see movies and YouTube, and I usually did this activity with my parents. We usually went to the living room and put some movies on Netflix or checking the TV, watching TV, some stuff like that. And that was some form of relieving a little of stress. The third activity is that I used to talk with my family. In the nights, I I went to the room of my parents and we played chess, or we just talk about something, literally anything. And after the pandemic ended, it became an habit. Despite everything, I enjoyed the time with my parents. In fact, we still do things together. Pandemic ended, but seeing some movies and talking all night is just an habit at this moment. As I say, all those activities that we usually do in that time become something that we keep doing uh, even now. Some question and answers. The most boring times. Well, I think that the most boring times when at night, because the loneliness of the night and the silence sometimes were a little boring. What were the activities you used to do to relieve boredom before quarantine? Well, before quarantine, I always like to do some sports, and I usually running out or swimming. I like to swim a little, so I went swimming or some stuff like that. Did you decide to start doing them on your own, or did you see them an outside resource? Well, at quarantine, I did it because we couldn't do anything else. And before quarantine, I did all those activities that I say, play sports, because I always like sports. So my family told me when I was a child that do some activities, and I always enjoyed something like that. Did you usually do those activities alone or with people who were in the house too? Well, as I said, I did those activities with my parents. Did you share those activities with anyone else on social media for them to use? Um, to my most closest friends, I usually say them that do some exercise at home, or some activities like that for relieving stress. And now that time is just a memory. I usually spend my free time working out, talking to my family, meeting new acquaintances, studying new things, and doing activities that in the past we couldn't usually afford to do or help. Well, I keep doing all those activities and um, having the opportunity of going out, I keep doing sports and keep studying hard, keep working out, and all that. And those were my activities when I was born. Thank you so much.